watching on New Jersey. I'm Cara DeFalco.
And I'm Mike Favetta.
Well, new legislation sponsored by Senator Anthony Bucco would require the New Jersey Department of Transportation to identify potholes on state roads and the cost to fix them in their annual report. Senator Bucco joins us so we can learn more about the proposed bill. Good morning, Senator. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. We're happy to have you back with us.
It's great to be here.
So, Senator, you're sponsoring this new bill that identifies potholes in New Jersey. Can you tell us what this new bill is and what sparked it?
Well, this bill would require the Department of Transportation to identify the number of potholes each year on our roadways, the cost for fixing those potholes, and also the cost paid to our residents for damage that is done to their vehicles as a result of hitting those potholes. New Jersey ranks constantly somewhere near the bottom of the nation when it comes to potholes and the cost associated with fixing them and the damages that are paid out as a result of them. So this is definitely necessary for us in order to find out what we need to do to get us out of that designation and give our residents a safer road to travel.
Mm. And Senator, you mentioned that a lot of times some of these potholes are large enough to damage vehicles. Does this bill also help those people that are making claims of damage to their vehicles, or is that something kind of separate and outside of it a bit?
Well, that would be something separate, but it does require transparency. So the public would have an opportunity to be able to get the information that's compiled as a result of this legislation and reported by the Department of Transportation. So it would not only give the public some of that information that we desperately need, but also the legislature would have that information in order for us to come up with a way to address this continuing problem. You know, we face a lot of issues here in New Jersey, and some have said, well, how big is this issue? Well, look, for that person that hits that pothole and damages their vehicle, it's big to them. And unfortunately, we see a lot of it here in New Jersey.
Senator Bucco, is this something that would work in conjunction with the existing website that the DOT sponsors? It's the njdotproblemreporting.com, where I've used it. You can go and report a pothole. It kind of geotags your location, and I've seen they usually get fixed within a couple of weeks. Or is this something separate, asking for like a reimbursement for damage?
This is something separate. This is something that would be reported each year by the DOT in a report that they're required to compile already. This would just add another item to that report so that the legislature has the information available to see just how bad the problem is and be able to compare it to the amount of money that's being spent to fix these potholes. And
I'm glad
also the amount of money that we're paying out to residents who damage their vehicles as a result of it. But really, we need to get out just having safer roadways for people to travel. You know, you see it all the time. You see people on the side of the road who've hit these potholes, damaged their vehicles. They've caused major motor vehicle accidents where people unfortunately are injured. So it's something that we have to address. And this is gets us one step closer to having the information to make informed decisions to address this very important issue.
So if this bill is designed to help New Jersey commuters, who ultimately would pay for these reimbursements?
It's designed to give us the information necessary to make informed decisions, including, how they're addressed if, in fact, someone hits a pothole. So it'll give us a whole host of information that I think the legislature needs. If you don't have this information in front of you, then the issue is almost out of sight, out of mind. So this will make this issue front and center, and hopefully get us out of one of the worst states in the nation for this issue.
Mm. So, Senator, this sounds more like it's a matter of data collection and possibly even just budgeting, and maybe saying, hey, listen, we spent X on repairing these things after the fact when it would cost us, this much to just pave the road in September.
Correct. Look, I mean, this will enable us to see whether or not enough money is being appropriated to the Department of Transportation for this issue. It'll also give us an opportunity to look at other ways states are dealing with this issue and determine the cost benefit analysis of maybe starting some of those other programs.
Senator, thank you so much for joining us today. When do you expect the bill to be voted on? When would it take effect?
Well, I'm hoping that we'll get it up. We have two more voting sessions left in this session, one December 21st, and then another on January 8th. So I'm hoping that before the end of this session, we're able to get this bill onto the floor, get it voted on, and get it through the assembly and get it to the governor's desk.
Very nice. Senator Bucco, thanks so much for joining us today. We appreciate your time.
Thank you. Enjoy the holiday.
You as well. Very interesting. I mean, last week I hit a doozy. I don't have a big car, so I thought I was going to lose the whole thing in there, but definitely interesting.
When you I think back how many tires I've lost to a pothole, how many road hazards have been in the way. I think it's important to have the data because unless there's somebody out there, and you kind of wonder, like, who monitors these potholes? Is it the state police? Is it the DOT? Especially when there's safety concerns involved. It's important around the holiday driving season too.
Absolutely. And then like I said, in my mind, it's, is it more cost effective to patch them all, or is it better to just, pave the whole roadway in September before the snow and the ice kicks in, and hopefully we don't get as many.
It's kind of the beauty of the Garden State Parkway being a toll road. Always a fresh coat of pavement every year.
Always a fresh coat down on that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, guys, listen, you can let us know and watch more on New Jersey anytime on your Roku or Fire TV. And, of course, head over to ONNJ.com on any device.